Hey everybody, what we have here is a Brookstone 5-day weather forecaster. I've had this thing now since, I'm going to say maybe 2012, I think is when I've had it. And it replaced an older weather system I had, like set up in the backyard and such, back when I was in high school, I think. And then I think it stopped working around 2010, something like that. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to have. And here it is right here. Right now it's set to Hartford, Connecticut. I believe it goes to major cities if I'm not mistaken. We'll scroll through it and you can see the other sections. So over here, that's the current time. Here's the forecasted high and low temperature for today, what it is currently. And the feels like temperature is basically, think of wind chill for winter and heat index for the summer. That's kind of how it comes into play here. And down here, obviously, is the forecast it has for the next 4 days. And these, can change as the days progress. Stuff gets updated as it gets closer. You have a better idea of what the weather's going to be for the next day. These forecasts come from AccuWeather, I believe. Like, it's tied into their system. And over here is the connection that you have to it. Right now, it's at full strength, which is good. And how is it in terms of accuracy? For the temperature, it's pretty good, I will say. Like, if I'm outside and they say the high is going to be, like, right now it says 78. Later in the day, I mean, temperature only goes so far as how it feels outside. But, like, it does, like, seem like a mild to warm day, you know what I'm saying? So in terms of the temperature, it's pretty good. The weather forecast itself, it's all right, I mean, it's probably... it all depends on whatever they say, and not everyone's going to be accurate with their weather forecast, obviously. Just give you a little case in point here. Back in 2016, over on Long Island, obviously, I remember one time in the summer they said it was going to be like rain and storms all week and stuff like that. And then for that entire week, there was just a few clouds. That was it. So, yep, there you go. But this device does okay for the most part. I mean, I do focus mostly on the temperatures than I do the weather things. Not because of the accuracy, but because of sometimes I think temperature I want to know more about than this. But whatever. Honestly, I mean, it says I think that's the partly cloudy icon, and just let that focus. You can see it's looks nice outside right now. So I guess it's pretty accurate in that regard. On the side here, there is a favorites button if you want to choose a favorite city, but I don't bother with that. And here you can scroll through the cities, which we'll do momentarily. And this is obviously a stand if you want to put it on the bottom surface here, like a counter, or in my case, one of the night tables next to my bed. This stand does come off actually, and you know what? Just give me a minute, I'll take that off. Yep, in this stand you just kind of slide off and it comes off right there. So if you want, you can also put it on the wall if you prefer. And I just have it on this newspaper right here just to cushion it. And it says right here, the time zone adjustment is located in the battery compartment. This takes 4 AA batteries, as you can see. Battery life in this unit is okay. I mean, it can last about maybe, I'm going to say, I want to say 3 to 5 months. That sounds about right. I mean, that is kind of a short battery life, but, given what this thing has to do, and probably also depends on how strong the signal is, that could be why it lasts as such. I think 3 to 5 does sound about right. So, honestly, it's not the worst. It does okay. So, I've had these batteries in now for 2 months, and it's still doing fine, so that's good. Over here, there's these 2 little buttons. There's your time adjust button that I mentioned before, and over here is if you want to choose between Fahrenheit and Celsius, as you can see. So all those are located in there. So because there's a time zone adjustment button here, I don't think the time's going to adjust as I go through the cities, and we'll find it out soon enough. Actually, that would make sense because I know when you put new batteries in, it takes about maybe an hour or two for it to refresh itself, get all the weather forecasts, and give you an accurate display. So that's probably exactly what would happen. So let's go ahead and scroll through some of the cities on there. Okay, so like I had said before, it's currently set to Hartford, Connecticut. And let's go ahead and, I don't quite know how it goes. I mean, maybe it goes in alphabetical order in terms of state name. I don't know, but I guess we can find out. So if I scroll up here, okay, yeah, there's Bridgeport, Colorado. Yes, maybe it does go that way. Actually, it looks like it's adjusting pretty quickly. At least this is. Yeah, you can see it's still in Eastern time. So yeah, that's probably why you have to use the adjustment thing. Denver, Colorado, 93. Wow. So it is pretty cool, actually, as to how the weather information will update immediately. I do like that. Just the time, obviously, you would have to hit the button. California. Well, let's go the other way. Oh, New Haven, Connecticut. That's pretty cool. Washington, D.C. That's Florida. Rain in Florida. Gee, what a surprise, right? Jacksonville, Miami. 88. That's actually pretty cool for Florida around this time, isn't it? I mean, the humidity is high, I know that. Naples, Florida. Orlando. So yeah, you would get the idea. So you can see how you can check a multiple number of cities. I believe the owner's manual said 152. So it is cool how you can get that many cities to check, and the weather information for it will update instantly. I guess that's why when you put the batteries in, it takes a little while for it to update and get ready, because it checks all that stuff immediately. So, but it is pretty cool. Let me go ahead and show you some of the stuff in the owner's manual. Okay, here's the the most particular area I wanted to show you of the owner's manual. Over here is the it shows you what the display is supposed to. Well, hopefully you can read that. Okay, this is what the display is supposed to mean, and there's all the icons, what they stand for on the bottom. If you want, you can just pause the video right here and just and have a look at that. All right, and this other section I wanted to show is right here. Let me see. Here's all your time zones and everything. So, and yes, this time will adjust automatically for standard and daylight savings time. Arizona doesn't have it, so it says it won't do that. But it is pretty cool how it will do that. Basically what will happen is when it goes from daylight to standard time, at 1:59 a.m., it'll go back to 1 o'clock. And then after 1:59 a.m. to daylight savings time, it'll skip over 2 a.m. and go to 3 a.m. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it works. And yeah, there's all this stuff. A couple of other important things here. I mentioned about the temperature units. Hey, look, there's the feels like temperature. I told you about that. If there's no coverage, move it to a different location. The battery low indicator will flash exactly the same as the colon does for the clock. So when you see that flash with the colon, you know that it's low battery, and that indicator is right over here if the battery's low. Honestly, guys, that's basically it, right? That's the Brookstone Digital Weather Forecaster. Honestly, it's a really cool device. Like I said, it is pretty good accuracy. Let me say it again. It has pretty good accuracy for the temperatures. And for the weather types, it's not bad. Not as good as the temperatures, but overall, it's been okay. And I mean, there's only so many icons you can use. So for the most part, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, it can show rain, but then no rain happens and things like that. But whatever, really, it's not bad. I do like this. I've had it for 8 years now. It's still working great. Very happy about that. And just kind of nice to have sometimes. You have a little bit of a weather forecaster, and like one you can look at all the time, like you don't have to wait for it to come onto the TV or, check internet or something for it. So it is a pretty cool device. Anyway, there it is, guys. Digital weather forecaster is pretty cool and glad to have it. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.